Hi, it's a Sunday and I've been very much excited to do this reading. Oh, not reading, sorry. I wanted to record this video because I had a crazy realization last night. Well, the past 2 days, since we all know there's an eclipse coming. On the 16th of July, it's going to be at 24 degrees Capricorn and it's going to be major. So, in my previous readings and in the previous video that I uploaded where I spoke of should you listen to a reader that's not in union, I mentioned that you should really try to look at your masculine side, like if you're feminine, if you identify with that, and there's still struggles in your union, really try to look within your masculine, your inside of you. And this is what I mean. Like, I've known this for a while, but I don't think I truly understood it until like last night or like a couple days ago. And it was literally this realization. It's like, literally I got split into two, and I saw my feminine side and my masculine. What insane conflict they are in, like, internally. And it kind of explained to me why I've been attracting the same people with the same issues and the same situations. And this is something I've seen in the community quite a lot. This complete polarization, like the feminine is going in those ups and downs, and it's like, you have this feminine side within that everyone has, but it's just more dominant with females, possibly. But it's that side where you want to love, you want to give unconditionally, you want to commit, because women are thought to not commit, but women are generally more inclined towards commitment and love and giving. And there's this other side where your feminine side gets hurt and gets damaged because it's so sensitive, and then the masculine kicks in. And I've seen so many feminines going suddenly like, I'm done, I don't believe in this, real love does not exist, I don't care, sort of starting to like deny things. And this is the exact same thing that you're mirroring back at your partners and your masculine. That's what you get. At least that's been my case. Like, I know when I get hurt, I'm like, this is bullshit, nothing is real, I don't need love, I'm better off single. This feeling of being afraid to be vulnerable. And so you kind of like start to deny everything and push it. And this is exactly why a lot of people with those similar issues are attracting people who don't want to commit, who are lying to themselves, because this is their dominant side. Because this is a small part of you that's your masculine. But that's why you're projecting that. Like, if your masculine is 20%, you will be projecting that like 80% in your reality with people and partners. And it's vice versa. Like, it's the other way around. That's why it's so important to realize those patterns inside of you. Like, try to see where your masculine and feminine energy are not understanding each other. And that's not for everyone. Obviously, there are many people, well, everyone is struggling with that. Like, we always have to balance both energies. But generally, some people have this greater dissonance between their masculine and feminine. It's so great that it's manifesting this way in possible relationships. There's always some sort of sabotaging happening. Those two energies need to reconcile inside of you first before they can manifest as reconciliation on the outside. And by reconciliation, I definitely don't mean, I'm not one to support people being stuck on someone, because you just never know, and it's better to be open. But generally, the idea is see where your masculine and feminine are not meeting eye to eye. Because mine, oh boy, they wanted to kill each other. Like, they were not on the same page at all. Not like, nope, they were not a team, they were enemies, because one wanted this and the other wanted that, and it's just crazy. And my masculine is like the silent killer, because my feminine is like, okay, I'm ready to work on myself, I'm ready, I'm ready, let's do it, let's work. And then when something happens, something that triggers or hurts this gentle side of me, then my masculine kicks in and it's like, well, maybe I'm not ready, or maybe I'm just not fit for relationships, or maybe I'm unlovable, or maybe I'll just die alone. All those sort of scenarios that we've been telling ourselves. And this is the exact same thing probably that the masculine is going through on a much larger scale. And they have those 20% of their feminine that's telling them like, but I want to love, I want to give, I want to experience, I want to commit and have this love. Like, I believe I'm already somewhere down there, but it's just 20%, that's the thing. And this is mostly for people who are just, have challenging relationships or challenging inner worlds. And the idea is to bring peace to that and just, reach that level of awareness where you can have a healthy commitment in a healthy relationship where, you can balance each other out to the point where you can come together instead of just doing like this. And because, like, the mirroring game is becoming stronger and stronger with every single day. Like, I've never seen something like that. Like, it's becoming stronger and stronger with everything. It's not only relationships, it's literally everything. It's friendships, it's career, it's where we are right now, it's the struggles that we're experiencing, the challenges. It's all starting to become like this insane, intense mirror. When something's not working in your life, really go within. And sometimes it's not that much about the timing as it is for your timing to realize this. Because, like, I know some of you might say, like, why do I have to be the only one doing all the work? You're not. That's the thing, you're not. Like, everyone's doing the work, and you're doing the work for yourself, because you want to have what you want to have, Like, you cannot have a nice career without putting in the effort, right? You don't expect it to just come at you. And usually people who are in healthy relationships, they're gonna tell you it's a lot of work. It's a lot of self-work, and it's a lot of work in general, but it's mostly self-work. So, no, you're not the only one doing the job. And if you're stuck on someone, like if you have someone in mind, like someone you believe is your twin or something like that, and you feel like you're the only one doing the work, I'm gonna say just step back. I'm not saying it's true or not, but you can't know. Like, you could be right, you could be wrong. And either way, it's better to just focus on yourself and your own work and detach. Because no one knows what's meant to be and who you're meant to be with, you know? No one can tell you that. Like, you could believe you're meant to be with this specific person, but you're not, you know? You just never know. And I know when you're stuck, when you have feelings for someone, and when you feel this connection with someone, it's hard to let go. I know, trust me. But it's better to acknowledge it. Like, acknowledge, like, okay, I'm still getting triggered by this person. I'm still learning lessons from this person. And that won't change for now. So I'm kind of like accepting it and see what comes up from it. But be grateful for it, because those people are really pushing you to learn lessons and to speed up your process and to achieve the goal that you actually want and have the things that you actually want. So that's pretty much amazing. But yes, I'm feeling inclined to do a reading on this topic because I feel like this is such a major shift in the collective that, whoa, like probably about a year ago, this whole like tendency was, you know, try to resonate with both sides, with the masculine and feminine, see what your masculine is inside, blah blah blah, start really, you know, picking up. But now I'm actually seeing it manifest like with full speed. Like, people are starting to actually not only understand it consciously, like, oh yeah, I know that I have a masculine and feminine side, I should resonate with both. Yes, this is happening on a soul level. The recognition, you're actually seeing it in front of you, and it's like, oh, shit. Like, no wonder I'm manifesting this. No wonder my relationships are struggling and it's just not happening, you know? This is how it felt for me, literally. Like, it's like I just stepped aside and I was observing those two people in me who are having an internal conflict and fight. Like, one does not want to lower their guard out of fear of being vulnerable and hurt, and the other one does not want to let go of what he wants, of commitment and love and compassion and those sort of stuff. And it's like they're battling inside of me, and I always felt like I had to pick a side and choose one. Like, which side do I team up with? Is it my masculine? Is it my feminine? But last night I was like, nope. I'm stepping out, guys. You reconcile. You deal with it. You kiss and make up and work as a team. I'm not picking sides this time. I'm not participating in this. I'm not encouraging it. It's not happening. And I feel like this is the actual key and answer to really deal with this internal conflict when it's happening. Like, because again, it probably won't resonate with everyone, but I've seen it in a lot of comments and posts of people who are like, you know, one day they love their counterpart, the other day they hate them, or they don't want to be with them, and it's like this constant up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. Time to ground it. Time to make the line like this. No more this. No more. And one of the keys, the things that work, I'm not saying that this is the right way. I'm just saying what works for me, and it could work for someone else, you know? You might want to give it a try. Next time when you feel some sort of internal conflict, when you're being triggered, just sort of like try to climb on the ladder and look at it from atop, from above, and be like, no, this is not happening. You kids reconcile. You kids kiss and make up and play together and work together. Or I'm not playing. You know, complete detachment. And I don't know if this method is right. To be honest, I'm kind of like winging it and just giving it a try. It could backfire at me because it could seem like just simple ignorance. Like, I'm not really trying to resolve the conflict, but I kind of am. Like, this is my way of trying to resolve the conflict and make them reconcile, because it's so intense. Like, when I speak of it and when I retell the story, it doesn't sound that bad, but when you're feeling it inside, it's like your guts are clenching and you're feeling this tension and intense emotion inside of you because you feel this clash happening between your masculine and feminine. And this is like, you know, as within, so without. You gotta reach first your internal union and internal peace and balance, and stop separating your masculine from yourself or your feminine from yourself. You gotta really understand that you're both. You're absolutely both. That's it. That's it. Like, you don't have more dominant one or less dominant one. No more. No more. Both are equal. Both are 50-50 in you. Or 100-100. However you want to see it. Doesn't matter. But no more of that. Like, this separation of masculine and feminine is toxic. And I don't mean separation as in naming it, but the internal separation, like, oh, I'm a female, therefore I am a feminine. Well, I gotta tell you, I've seen, like, a lot of guys in my life have been feminines, but also masculines. Pretty much the same mirror as me. So, when there's no commitment happening and something is wrong, it's my fault. Well, not fault, but, you know, it's my responsibility to look at myself and see why. Why is this happening? Why am I choosing those people? Why am I experiencing this, you know? This is another exercise that's doing wonders, and it's just expanding your brains like insanely. Ask yourself why. Why did I experience this? Why did this happen? Why did I react this way? Why did this end up this way? Why did I try this? Ask. Keep asking. Keep asking. Because when you ask, you will receive the answer. It might not be right away. It could happen like in 3 days or a week. but you will receive the answer in some form, whether it's some form of realization, or you see a movie or something happens, you're like, oh my god, I get it now, like, I understand, I see why the situation has been that way. Guys, at the end of 2018, I did a reading, and I saw, back then I was very scared to speak of union, because I did not know myself if I believed it enough. I was sort of scared to predict it, because like, I didn't believe it, I didn't believe it much, that it would happen. But I remember in the last reading I did for 2018, I saw shit ton of unions happening this year. And I sort of like sucked it up and said it on the camera. I was like, you know what, there will be a lot of unions happening in 2019 for many. And I was scared that I could be wrong. I was scared that people would attach to this and, sort of expect it and be disappointed if it didn't happen. But I'm starting to see it, and I'm feeling it so deep in my soul that literally nothing can shake this belief that I have that union is happening. And not only the union you think, like romantic union. No, I'm talking about internal union, the union between your shadow and light, between your masculine and feminine. And this is powerful. Do you realize that we're becoming superhumans? We're becoming powerful superhumans by uniting and reconciling those separated parts within us. And we're bringing in peace this way. So, union is happening. Like, I've never been more sure in my life. And more I'm starting to realize what this journey was about, and that it was never about another person, but it was all about you and me and us individually, and our internal world, and how it is and how it's not. So it's happening. I'm really feeling it. Like, this is gonna be a major year. Expect a lot of miracles. Keep focusing on yourself. Keep focusing on working on you. Stop focusing on external factors. Whatever you're focusing on externally, know that it's there to teach you. I'm not saying ignore stuff. Like, give it attention and be like, okay, what does this thing wants to show me? Like, why is it negative? Why is it mirroring back negativity at me? Like, what am I projecting? Start looking deeply for the answers inside of you, because you are the universe. And if you want to make your life better, take control of it. I'm not saying like be a control freak, but you do have control, and that's the truth. People are afraid in the areas that they don't have control, and they can become either control freaks or just don't care at all, but that's not true. You do have control, and you're more powerful than you realize. Your whole life is a manifestation of your dreams, your thoughts, your emotions, those you know of and those you don't know of. So you are an extremely powerful being. And it's better to start realizing this and start working so that you control your life and not external circumstances controlling you, or your emotions controlling you, or your mental thoughts. Mental thoughts. Are there other thoughts? No. Or your thoughts controlling you, or you get it. I'm literally so excited that I cannot even tell you. Please use this eclipse, I think, on July 16th. I'm not sure. Use it. Set the intention to clear and purge as much as you can, to see the things that you have not been seeing, because those are the times where our shadow sides are really coming up, and this theme of shadow has been prominent for the past more than 6 months in all the readings that I've done. It's always shadows, shadows, shadows. Face your shadows. That came for the masculine even. Like, if you go check out my reading, it came up for the masculine. Go face your shadows. One of your shadows is your feminine, and your other shadow is your masculine. Go face them. And for the feminine, huge karmic endings. Yes, those are the karmic endings that are happening right now. No more separation in your head. No more denial of your masculine side. You're starting to embrace it. That's a huge karmic end. And an end of a cycle. So, just, oh my god. I just feel so happy. I cannot even tell you. Like, amazing things are coming. I'm just feeling it in my bones. Amazing things are coming. Get excited. Be happy. Wake up every day feeling joyful and excited for the next day, because it's gonna be great. I'm telling you, I'm just excited for humanity. It's gonna be great. Okay, please leave me comments, subscribe, like, tell me your journey, tell me your experiences, because I'm really excited to hear them, and expect any reading from me. Okay, thank you, bye bye.